Right, so this is a question for a change where we're given one side and we're given an angle and we're asked to find another side. Now you'll see in a second we can't use Pythagoras' theorem to do this, because Pythagoras' theorem, you must know two sides and then you can figure out the third. So this is trigonometry and it's a question based on the Empire State Building. So what we've got here is we've got the Empire State Building. Below is one of New York's tallest buildings. Using the information given, calculate the height of the building, answer correct to the nearest meter. So this is all the information we're given. We're given the information where someone started measuring out here. So they walked out from the base of the Empire State Building out to here. They measured that distance to be 103.7 meters. They got an instrument known as a clinometer, and they held that up to the top of the Empire State Building. They got an angle of 77 degrees, and that's all the information you're given. But you must understand that this is a vertical line down here to the base, so that's going to be a right angle in there as well. So abstracting away some of that information, this is what you get left with. Okay, this is what you get left with here, and of course we're looking for the height of the Empire State Building. See it there, we're looking for the height there. So that's 103.7, 77, 90 degrees, and H in there in that new triangle. So now that we've got that done, you start off always, so as I say, you can't choose Pythagoras' theorem here because you need two sides to find the third. We only have one side, right? We can't choose it. So it's trigonometric ratios we're going to use to find H. And we start off, as always, trigonometric ratios. Identify the hypotenuse, the opposite side, and the adjacent. So the hypotenuse, always, what type of triangle is it? Right angle triangle, sorry. In this triangle, identify the hypotenuse opposite, and what's left over is the adjacent. Always in that order. So, hypotenuse first of all. Always across from the right angle. Identify the opposite. So, this is the angle we're dealing with in the question. It's not the right angle, the 77 degrees. That's going to allow us to, or help us to figure out what the height is. So, we do the opposite based on this angle. So opposite 77, you get there is the opposite side, and the one that's left over has no choice, is the adjacent, right? It just has no choice. I feel sorry for it. There's the adjacent. So with that whole label now, then we go off and say, silly old Harry caught a herring trawling off Ackle. Silly, a sine of the angle is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. Caught a herring, cos of the angle is equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. And trawling off Ackle, T is tan of the angle is equal to opposite over adjacent. And of course there now we write them out. Silly old Harry caught a herring trawling off Ackle. And we say to ourselves then, which side has no information? The side that has no information is the hypotenuse, no information there. So you can see that that is in the silly old Harry ratio and the caught a herring ratio, the two H's there, you can see them. So that means that they're both eliminated now. Bye-bye. So the only ratio we've left is trawling off Ackle, which is tan of the angle is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. Okay? Tan of the angle is equal to opposite over adjacent. So tan of what angle? Tan of the angle 77 is equal to the opposite side, which is H, over the adjacent, which is 103.7. And now, I'm back to a question here where we've got to try and kill a fraction. Okay? We've got to try and kill a fraction here. So, to do this, I'm going to multiply by its denominator. I'm going to multiply by its denominator. So I'm going to multiply by 103.7. If I do that to one side, so you're left with the bit on top, you get left with H. But if I multiply one side by 103.7, I must multiply the other side by 103.7 as well. And therefore, looking like that, now you get your calculator, you work out that last bit, 103.7 multiplied by the tan is 77, and you get 449.1740. The question said, answer correct to the nearest meter. So when we round that off, we're going to get H is equal to 449 meters, and there is our answer for the height of the Empire State Building.